Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be comparing two facial self tanners, and those are going to be the Coco and Eve Sunny Honey Antioxidant Face Tanning Micro Mist, because I love this stuff, and the Bali Body Face Tan Mist in Ultra Dark. This one is brand new. I just tried it, and I thought it would be fun to just compare them, because I feel like a lot of people had a lot of opinions about both of these. So I wanted to see how they compared, not just in the color that they give, but like everything else too. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. But before we do get started, please give this video a thumbs up for me and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Don't miss out on 3 videos a week. Join the family. We're almost at 10K, so make sure to join, please. But if you want to see me compare these two, then stay tuned for the rest of the video. Alright guys, like I said, this is going to be more so just like, I mean, I guess I do this in every video, but this is really going to be like a well-rounded kind of self-tan comparison. Like, I'm really not just comparing how dark they get me. Obviously, we'll talk about that, but I really want to see which one I think is better in every way, not just which one gets me darker, because I really, really love the Coco and Eve Micro Mist. I feel like every time I don't try out a new facial self tanner or compare them, that's the one I grab for. Like, I feel like this is like a third full at this point because I use it so much. And then this one I also really liked when I tried it, but I'm very curious to see how they compare. Also, please ignore the background. I am cat sitting for my parents. My parents went to Europe for a few weeks, so Henny and I are watching their 2 babies. So we have 4 cats in the house right now, and it is insanity over here, but I love every second of it because I love all of them so much. So it's looking crazy in here. It's looking crazy downstairs. It is just a madhouse right now, but that's okay. I'll show them to you if any of them like make an appearance. They were in here a little while ago, but you know how that goes. So anyways, back to this. I'm gonna try to read the descriptions of these before my phone dies, because I swear to God, I'm the most unorganized person on the planet, and my phone is always on the verge of dying when I'm sitting down to film for you guys. I don't know why. So we're gonna try to do this in a hurry. So the first one I have pulled up is Bali Body. So this is, again, the Face Tan Mist. Goes for $24.95, good pricing. This is in the shade Ultra Dark. There's also a dark version. It says, our best-selling face tan water repackaged with innovative micro mist technology, and now available in 2 shades for an effortless application and perfect shade match to our self-tanning mousses. Achieve a natural-looking face tan with our easy-to-apply, fast-drying, and ultra-nourishing face tan mist. The skincare-infused invisible self-tanning water is enriched with anti-aging hyaluronic acid and nourishing natural oils to purify, hydrate, and bronze your complexion, neck, and chest for a radiant glow all year round. So Ultra Dark pairs best with an Ultra Dark mousse. I have an Ultra Dark-ish self-tanner on right now, so that's perfect. Skincare meets self-tan. And then this one you would keep on like overnight kind of thing. And the Coco and Eve Antioxidant Face Tanning Micro Mist. You can see the pattern there. They're both micro mists. This one goes for $30, so it's a little bit more expensive. Not by a ton, but it's a little bit more. This Coco and Eve one is 2.54 ounces, and the Bali Body is 3.4 ounces. So Bali Body is less expensive, and you get more product. The summary says, Coco and Eve Sunny Honey, delivering sun-kissed radiance and healthy dose of hydration. This face tanning micro mist is packed with antioxidants and hyaluronic acid-like actives to supercharge your glow, and is made with a unique micro mist technology which maximizes penetration for a flawless glow. Delivers a gorgeous sun-kissed glow without any sun damage, protects against free radical damage with powerful antioxidants. And then this you would keep on like all night, all day kind of thing as well. So far what I'm gathering, the descriptions sound very, very similar. I feel like you can kind of see a pattern with both, like with the hyaluronic acid, with the micro mist technology, like all that sounds very similar. But again, the Bali Body is a little bit bigger, and a little bit less expensive. Coco and Eve is a little bit pricier. Not by much, but you also don't get as much product. But I do appreciate the fact that you get like a lot of product in both of these. I feel like the standard for a facial self tanner is 1 ounce, so I can appreciate both. Packaging of both is adorable. I don't even know which one I like more. I feel like I love the simplicity of the Bali Body one because I just love more like simple things, but this is absolutely gorgeous too. Like every time I look at this, I'm like, oh, I love this packaging so much. So I really don't know, but that's it description wise on both of them. Obviously they both sound great. Obviously I like both of them, but we can start applying. I am going to do Bali Body on my left side and Coco and Eve on my right side, and I'm just gonna spray like one on one side, one on the other side, and then I'll take like a cotton pad for each side and I'm just gonna like blend it in just to make sure everything is like looking good and looking even. So I'm gonna do that with both, obviously with separate cotton pad for each one, and then I'll talk about like initial thoughts and comparisons right after. So let's get started on applying. All right guys, both are applied. I'm looking good, I'm feeling good on both sides. So the first thing I noticed on both of them was the smells, because obviously that's like the first thing that kind of hits you when they're applying, or one of the first things. I like the smell of the Coco and Eve one way more than I do the Bali Body. Not saying the Bali Body one is terrible. It's not my favorite smell for a self tanner. It has like a really like flowery, florally smell, and I'm not the biggest fan of floral scents. The Coco and Eve one just smells a little bit more like neutral to me. Like it still does have a smell. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a lot better than the Bali Body one, so I'll leave it at that. The second thing that I noticed, or maybe the first, I don't know, I can't even remember, but the other thing that I noticed right away was the way that they sprayed on. So the Coco and Eve self tanner, like the way that it sprays on, I feel like the sprayer on this one covers a lot more ground than the Bali Body one. Like I felt like the spray went like this versus the Bali Body one went like this, if you know what I mean. So I feel like you can cover a lot more area with this, and I feel like I didn't need as much product when I was using the Coco and Eve one than with the Bali Body one. I felt like I needed to put more product on my face, like spray it more times to get the area covered that I needed. So that was a big thing that I noticed. And the Coco and Eve one just felt more like wet. Like it felt like more product came out. So I feel like even though the Coco and Eve one is smaller in size, I feel like you almost get more for your money in that sense, because you don't need to spray as many times to cover your face. Obviously color wise, I don't know yet. I'm not gonna know until tomorrow because they both came off clear. So I don't have like any information for you guys as far as color goes on either one. So we'll see tomorrow. They both feel really good. They're both pretty quick drying, not sticky. They feel very comfortable to wear, and my skin is glowing on both sides. So I am happy regardless. I feel like both have good things about them, but I feel like just initial things are making me lean more towards the Coco and Eve. But of course we'll see tomorrow once everything is done and we can see what we look like on both sides. So I'm gonna go sleep on both of these, and then I'll come back tomorrow, show you guys the final result, and I will let you know which one I think is more worth your money. So I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, welcome back guys. It is the next day. So here is what my face looks like. Bali Body side, Coco and Eve side. I was like, which ones am I comparing again? But yeah, so I feel like when I woke up this morning, I was super surprised at how similar they looked to each other. Like I was expecting, honestly, a pretty big difference, because I felt like the Bali Body one definitely gave me a lot of color. I also felt like the Coco and Eve one gave me a lot of color, but you guys didn't think so with the Coco and Eve one when I posted my video. So I was like expecting there to be a big difference, and I feel like there's really not a very big difference. Like, I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. I do want to say I feel like the Bali body side maybe is like a tiny bit darker, but it is like something that you would have to like stare at me to notice, or at least that's what I'm seeing in like the camera and the mirrors and everything. So I feel like it's really not a noticeable difference. I feel like they're very, very similar in the color that you get from them. So that was very, very surprising to me, but it's tough because, again, I was expecting more of a difference, so I would have something to say on that front. I do want to say, and I did this again, I don't know why I did it, I put concealer like around my nose, but I do feel like the Bali body side got a little bit darker around my nose than the Coco and Eve side, so I like that better for the Coco and Eve side. Color-wise, I don't know which one I prefer because I feel like they're so similar that I don't care. I feel like I could go either way for like the color since they are so insanely similar, and I feel like neither one is like splotchy or patchy or anything like that. Like, they're both very even on my face. They were both super comfortable to wear throughout the night too. Like, I didn't have any problems with either one of them. I woke up in the morning and they looked very similar to each other. Washed my face, again, very similar. So it's tough. I do feel like overall though, like the overall experience of both of them, I'm gonna have to choose the Coco and Eve side, you guys, because I prefer the smell. I prefer the way that it sprays onto your face. Like, it just feels better, it smells better. I don't want to say it looks better because they look pretty much the same, but I just feel like the overall experience of the Coco and Eve one is a little bit better for me. It is a tiny bit more expensive and you get a little bit less product, but I do feel like I like using this one more than I like using the Bali Body one, but I do still really like this one. I feel like you can't go wrong. Either way you go, I feel like you'll be happy either one that you choose, but if I had to choose one that I see myself like using more often and I see myself repurchasing and everything like that, I feel like it would probably be the Coco and Eve one first. This one just has like a soft spot in my heart. Like, I love how it looks. I just love how it feels on the face. Like, I love everything about it. I also really love this one, but Coco and Eve is just a little bit better for me. So that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I was surprised with the result, and I'm sure some of you were too. So this was a fun one. But comment and let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. If you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing, if you're seeing something different, let me know. Give this a big thumbs up for me, and please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next video.